No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chiefs at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 82 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their point.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Play action, now it's Tua. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. O'Shane Ximines from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it, and watch where the yardage gained on the last snap.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Waddle, the motion man right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here's James returning. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So the big gain through. Scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's caught by Chosen. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 18-yard line.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, do your throwing every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They need 2. Here's third down. They'll go right back to Nwangu. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
These two teams all tied after 1. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. His pass caught at the 4. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Short completion, just 4 yards. And this brings up a third and goal. So it's third and goal now. This is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. From the 4 now, third and goal. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Tua now, third and goal. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 47 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Extra point safely through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and leads down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Tua now on first down. Out route to Hill, complete. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Up the middle, Narangu. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On second down, here's Narangu. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. In motion, Hill. Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throw left side to Higgins. He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Now they send a man in motion right. Another run now for Nwangu. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he's got it. Touchdown. Durham Smythe. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Two and now on 1st down. They'll find the Wongu underneath. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
At the 34-yard line.
On now the Miami field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Oh, that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 28.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Tua going to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Running right on the option is Tua. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On play action, here's Tua.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Couple of Alabama guys there, Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And 4th down.
On now the Miami field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Open man right side is Rice. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on third. They'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A throw over the middle, taken in. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays according.
They've got his man, complete. Well, a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. There's 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends. They're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll be out of bounds. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there and an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gap trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back
plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run broke the contact and got some space.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kene Nwangu with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline. And they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Looking to pass. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. 27 yards there, a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Mahomes now to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Mahomes going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy,